Well, how are you all? Welcome to Kenty's Kicks, or Kenty's Koi Kicks. Sneaked a koi in there now. Now, watched the video yesterday, and I'm always monitoring my fish, as you know. And I seen one from Andrew Daly, Koi Diaries. If you've not been over to Andy's channel before, go and take a peek, because there was quite a few of us, about 60 of us, that entered like a little friendly competition last year, which was Adam Byer's Koi Nursery, and we purchased and entered a competition where we picked a koi or two. One was a Kohaku and one was a plain colour, so like Karashigoi or Chagoi. I picked a Karashigoi and a Kohaku. So I've done a few updates of these, and I thought I would do it a bit similar to Andy, do it proper and get the bowl out, because it's been a few months now. I think we went in, wow, was it May, June? Correct me, time has just flew. I can't believe we were talking about Christmas and now we're nearly in February. What is going off, people? Absolute time is flying. So there's been a few little changes in here, and I will just update those in a minute with you. But yeah, head over to Koi Diaries, follow Andy, and yeah, he's done his pond. It looks great. He's got loads to do in his garden. His garden is massive. So hope you're doing okay, Andy. Looks like you are. Interesting looking at your video and your fish. It's always nice to compare what's going off out there. And I think we're all, well, myself and you are pretty much similar actually, apart from I think my Karashigoi is a bit ahead of yours at the moment. But just to catch up with my grow on tank and outdoors, fish, the pond, outdoors has been going to about 5 degrees, and my Inkbird thermometer temperature thing is doing absolutely great. I connect it up every day, or connect it up every few days, and it downloads the data. So that's doing great. I'll do a video over that soon. Now, I've noticed that the Kohaku seems quite light. It's got, you know, more benny on its head, or say darker benny on its head, more red. So I was thinking, well, something I can do that can, you know, affect that without pushing it too much and maybe interfering with it and breaking it up. I don't really want to go to colour feed, because from what I've picked up with colour feed, you better do it at the end of the growing season, so autumn, so before winter, and then do that once a year, and that should just, you know, give them a bit of a pop and a bit of a boost to keep them going to the following year. You know, in the spring going into summer, if you do shows and stuff, then they should retain that boost. That's what I've picked up anyway. I'm not experienced at doing that, so got my brain thinking, doing a bit of searching and a bit of toying. I know that Spirulina powder is good for many things. If you look on the internet, and I've had it before, I can't remember what for now, I think for reef keeping that I do as well. So I got some powder, and what I've done is I've mixed it in with my food, my normal koi food. So if we just pop over and have a look, the water's cleared up, by the way, guys, doing really well since I've put the on my pressure filter, put some new filters in there. Summer, what are you doing? She's mousing. So what I've done, I've mixed it in. Should be a brownie colour like this. I'll tell you about this in a minute. It's normally that colour, but you can still see the green tips of pigmentation on there where it's actually retained. So because the food has got oils in it and stuff anyway, and it's got a little bit of a moisture content, I mixed it in, the Spirulina. So hopefully when it drops in, the fish will go at it and get some Spirulina in them, but not overdo it. Now, I was at 26 degrees, and as I've been saying in my videos, I've been reducing that temperature, and now I've dropped this to 15. So I'm hoping that with the lower temperature, they're going to have a little bit of a winter now. I've lowered the temperature, so I'm just stopping that growth a little bit, which is, I'm in two minds, but it's only for about a month or so. So I've dropped it now, and I've actually set this to 15. It's actually at 14.7, so that will kick on a minute and keep that at 15. But it's obviously going to be February soon, and the minimum temperature in this greenhouse will be consistently lower, so the heater would have been on more. So if you look at my previous videos, my koi vlogs, you will see that I mentioned about bringing the temperature down gradually. I'm going to keep it at 15, I think, so I can still keep some food going in, but instead of it being 2 feeds a day, it's now 1. I came in this morning and it's obviously had a feed this morning, and there's still quite a bit of food in there, and then there's another one due at 4 o'clock. So I thought, right, let me off this food, so that would be the food for them for the day, because the temperature's lower and they're not going to probably eat as much, not as active. So, enough of my ramblings. Anybody that's got a keen eye will notice something in the left corner. Oh, what's that? What's that? So on my quest to, you know, look at the colour of them and the health of them and things like that, I've been looking at vitamins, and so I found some, and I'm going to start using it. So this you can actually add to the water, and the thing is with vitamins, you'll see vitamins in a lot of koi foods, but the thing is about vitamins, it doesn't matter how much you put in, they're not going to take it all in. They're going to only take in where they may need some. So that old tub there, you might think, oh yeah, push a load of vitamins in them, but it doesn't matter. You're just wasting it, because they're not going to take it in unless they need it. Okay, and that's with anything. That's not just koi, that's humans, anything. If they need the vitamins, the body will take it in. But as you can see, these fish have done massively well since I've put them in here. I can't believe the improvement that I've made. Now, if we have a quick look at them while they're in the pond, do you know what? I don't know whether it's just my eyes, but that Kohaku, since the temperature has changed a little bit, seems a bit more punchy. But overall, the growth in them, the development is brilliant. I'm so stoked, because I've never had this before. Because I don't heat my koi pond outside, but what I'm tempted to do now is, because I've got less orchids, I've got a bit more space, I was thinking that removing all of this centre crap and getting another grow on tank that's about the length of there and about 5 foot deep, and link the two together. So this could be an hospital tank or whatever, have a filter in the middle, and then have a big fish pond in there, so I can almost bring all my koi in if I wanted to and grow them on in winter. Toying with that idea. Whoa. Anyway, so I'm not going to tell you what that is for now or where I've got it from, but so that's me plan now. Cooler, give them the winter, put a few vitamins in them, so regularly just tipping it, I'm thinking of mixing it in with the food, because you can put that into a sprayer, like I have this oil. I've got a little sprayer with oil in this, so if I want to just moisten the food, spray a bit of oil on it, and then the spirulina can stick, but I didn't need it because it was already moist enough with the oil in it anyway. So similar thinking to that. There's some recommendations with that. The vitamins, got loads of vitamins in there for koi, and I'm going to put that in here. I'm going to put that in there, so it's within that spirulina, my growth food, and the vitamins on top of my koi food. It's also got the junior premium mix mixed in, the small pellets, which is a high protein, and then I'm going on to Coppen's top koi. That's what I'm giving them, and then a mix with this small pellet chucked in as well. So, no further ado, let me try and get a position with this again, and I'm going to get one of each fish out individually and measure them. So as you can see, the Karashigoi has really took off. Look at the shape of that, it's absolute, I can tell by my voice. I'm so stoked, it's unbelievable. You know, you see these images of koi from Japan and stuff, and you see that the head and the shape. Well, look at these, look at that Karashigoi. Thick tail tube, big shoulders and head. Just, it's going to be one of my favourite fish, I think, but I don't like picking favourites. I don't name them, don't tend to pick favourites. Even the little butterfly koi that was sort of 4-inch, look how that's developed, look at that go. But like I say, the Karashigoi has simply just took off with growth. Absolutely battering the Kohaku, really, isn't it? But that's probably its genes in the actual Karashigoi, because they can get up to, if you're lucky, 1 metre. And then the Tancho, look at the Tancho, look how that's developed in this grow on. That has just put more beef on, so let me just settle this down. Sorry about I did actually bring my tripod in, but I had it on this bowl with all my bits in, where I store this, dropped it, and it, sod's law, it fell on the camera attachment, didn't it? So that part I've got to order a new one. So I'm going to place you around about, in fact, let me go here for now. I know you're not seeing much. You see my Westie in the background. I'm hoping I don't flipping drop this in the pond. Got my proper koi sock in, my big one, so I'm hoping to catch. I'll see if I can go for the, oh it's so nice catching with this sock. The only problem is the water in there holds quite a bit of water, which I don't really want a lot of water in. So it comes out, here it goes. So I've just got to watch that don't jump. So here it is from a close. Look at the the colour of it as well. I'm loving this lightness because it brings out and makes the fukarin, the scales pop. The head mark on it there, just that dark bit is now recovered, but it's covered up with a bit of a darker patch, but I'm not worried about that. Yeah, what do you think to that, guys? What do we think to that? Lovely shape. I'm really, you know, fair play to Adam, Byer Koi Farm. This is I think Japanese parents, but English bred koi. Absolutely fair play. Koi Diaries, Andy has just put his post out yesterday as well, has also said that he's going to be doing the competition again this year. So I've put my name down for that, and then I think it's going to be in June. And then what happens, this is where I think there's going to be some interaction as well with the conclusion to this little competition. So I'm putting my name down again, and the next one is going to be Showa and a Sagi. So I've always wanted a Showa, a nice one. So hopefully I get lucky with there, but nonetheless, look at this. Look, it's an absolute lump. Look at that. I'm hopeful it's female. It's got all the characteristics of a female, so I've got lucky there. Looks like this one needs a bit more water, so I'm just going to plop you on the side so I can get a size on it, and then get it back in the grow on. Come on, settle down. But yeah, there we go. Look at that. I am absolutely over the moon. like I say, I'm loving the colour. Love that little bit of lightness because it makes the actual scales stand out a bit more. So and then lovely clean and love shimmer on the side and lovely clean belly. So let me get this. I'm worried it's going to do something. It's when fish go calm, you know what it's like. So that's the Karashigoi. So I'm going to there she goes, hopefully. And I've just bloody noticed I didn't flip him. Sorry my little friend, I've got to have you out again. I was that worried about getting it in the you know, in the I didn't actually measure it, so let me give it a measure now. Last time I measured this it was 32. Ooh, 37. so it was it's now 37 centimeters. I think it was 36 in December, so in a month it's put 1 centimetre on, and I've dropped the temperature, so you know, probably to be expected. So what I'm doing is seems to sort of make sense. It's growth, you know, you're not going to expect high growth all year round because obviously the light isn't here. Anyone that's noticed, I'm contemplating putting my grow light up there to give them some extra day length. See if that helps. Karashigoi, absolute cracker, that's that one. I'm just going to get the Kohaku out, guys, and because that's part of the Grow Show, just so I can have a look at that. That one's a little bit more feisty, so I'm probably going to be a little bit more problematic trying to get it out. It's gone in. The koi sock's a bit big for that one as well. Just bear with, because I mean the koi sock's that big. I've just put it all the way through. The pattern's really nice. I really like the pattern with this one. I did when I had it. So let me get you down there because I'm worried about it. So this is the Kohaku. As you can see, it's got a little bit more of a, it's not like a red Kohaku, which, you know, I do really like, I must admit. But I picked this fish because I really like the pattern, especially the cleanliness of the pattern. See the pattern below the lateral line? There is no, you know, benny kind of escaping, if you know what I mean. It's very clean, nothing on the pecs, nothing on the nose. To me it's got a nice clean nose. It's a nice full pattern, so, and that's what I wanted. The actual, you can't actually see a lot of the white because it's full pattern, but what I'm hoping is when it grows, the pattern will, obviously as it gets wider and longer, the pattern should flatten out, give us showing more white from the top. So, but yeah, again, Adam, fair play, great koi. I love it. It's growing really well for me, and lovely. What I liked about this koi as well is See if I can get closer without. What I liked about it was its fullness to its pattern. You know, at the back end of there's no break in the scales, or what they call, is it sachet or something like that? You know, it's a nice, full, solid pattern and clean. And there were my two things that I says when I went to that growing show what I want. Because I've got a Kohaku now and it's redder, but it's clean pattern, but it's got breaks, sachet all over it with the pattern, and so it's faulty, if you want to call it that. You wouldn't be able to put it in a show or anything like that, even though I'm not intended to do that. I still like the koi, but Kohaku with broken, you know, when the Benny subsides and it starts breaking up and fades, it looks really messy. So I'm hoping that in time this one keeps what it's got now. This is Adam's Saki line, so I think he's told me that these are generally lighter in Benny anyway, but you know, temperature, colour, you know, food and stuff can play a part, but you're best not to push a koi, because you can, you know, when it's growing, stifle its development, and if you start pushing it growth food, you may find that Benny starts to appear elsewhere. So yes, it makes the colour better, deeper, but it might produce high elsewhere, for example tail and on the white and things like that. So let's see if I can do it with one hand. Lovely temperament. So this is this koi. Ooh, I think it's still about the same, 32. Maybe put a sea iron on since, but let me see about. What I liked about it as well is the white on its top fin, on its. Whew. So I'm not going to get the Tancho out, guys, and start showing that. I'm going to do that off camera, because the Tancho really is temperamental. That really does like to jump, that one. Every time I bowl it or, you know, confine it, it has a jumping fit, starts splashing about. So, and it's looking now, look, see it coming up? It's a bogger. So yeah, water's doing great, koi's doing great, 32, 33-ish, and then the Karashigoi is 37 centimeters and a lovely body frame. So I've bowled it up and I've decided to show you it. Just be quick though, I'm all prepared. So this is the Tancho Goshiki, Jinrin Tancho. Just look at the scales on that back end, it just looks like chrome. Absolutely beautiful. This is Koda, the Japanese breeder. I bought this with 4 of them, 4 Jinrins. I bought a Chagoi that unfortunately I lost. It jumped out of this pond and I was absolutely gutted, but I've managed to keep. I got this one and I've got another 2. I've got a normal Goshiki in my pond, in my main pond, and I got a Chiba. And you'll probably see the difference when I put this back in the pond, but this just seemed to be a real slow grower, and it has put some on since I put it in this grow on this winter. Lovely fish, couldn't be happier. I really want to, like I say, I wanted to get some body on this because it just seemed like quite a small fish in the pond, and I want it to have a bit more stature because it is a lovely fish. But the person that I got them off, you know, that they don't seem to be fast growers anyway, the gin rings on these. But saying that, after having it in this grow on, it has definitely grown. I've just measured it, and this is actually, I would say 35 cm. So I'm more than happy with that. But like I say, lovely fish. Well, I think it is anyway. Put this back on because it is a bit of a feisty one, and jobs are good in. So on that note, guys, I think I'll wrap that up. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll bring back some news on what I'm doing there. I'm just going to have a play about with that now and get some of that. What I did want to do with that was target feed. So maybe do a really small handful and then put it into them so they're taking it out of my hand, so it's not being wasted, if that makes sense. But these in here, I think because they can see a lot and there's only 4 of them, they tend to not come up and smash at the water and stuff like when you see some fish. So, you know, I don't. You can actually add this to the water as well, like I say, because what's key is that the vitamins are there on a regular basis. So there's a low amount and they're always there, so they're taking them in all the time, not just, you know, some and then you're throwing loads in and down. Because you're throwing loads in, they'll still be on that line of taking some in consistently. So if you go boom, it's not like food. If you give them more protein, you know, that protein with exercise and moving about the pond and stuff, they get more growth. With vitamins, it doesn't work like that. But this vitamin, according to the makers and stuff like that, it can improve colour, lust, you know, the patterns. And so I'm hopeful with that with that, the spirulina, that it's going to do some good stuff. So on that note, the plant there is doing well in the filter. So thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you haven't already, join Friendly Koi Keepers. There's over 14,000 members on there, and guys, it really is a good community because I keep it good. Any moaning or groaning or fighting and stuff, I just delete people straight away. I'm just ruthless. So actually, I get rid of the rubbish and I keep the good people. And if people don't toe the line, like I say, they've gone straight away. It's no fuss, no nonsense, friendly people. If you can't toe the line, you're gone straight away. No arguments from me, if buts or maybes, you're just gone. So I'm left with the, you know, I'm left with the good. Okay. So head over there on Facebook. Please hit the subscribe if you haven't already. We get a lot of people passing through and they don't hit that subscribe button. So please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like, please comment, and catch you next time. Look after yourselves.